Thanks to the very unfortunately real thing called the cost of living. For work, we must look while we likely think, gotta do what you gotta do. So, what doesn't sound so bad? Oh, that doesn't sound so bad. And so you apply. And maybe many times, and you better be ready to sell yourself before they even call you. And you really hope that they call you cost of living. And when they do, you're all psyched thinking, shoot, this job just might be for you. And what do they want? And what do you want? An interview. So you can be asked to your face, why do you want this job? Why do you think you'd be good at this job? What makes you the best candidate for this job? And then you don't say, I need money, the cost of living. And how should I know? I've never done this before. And then they hopefully don't say, okay, well, we'll let you know. Hopefully they offer you that job that still sounds pretty good, better than your situation now. And if they do, wow, you're super stoked and crazy, grateful, like you've just won the freaking lotto. And you actually can't help but look forward to things like clocking in, orientation, going a little above and beyond, and figuring it all out. But if you're not careful to remain crazy grateful, how long before you're complaining among the others? Doing just enough to not get fired and watching the clock, counting the minutes and the hours because you just can't wait to get off work and do what? Veg out, eat, sleep, repeat, stare at your phone, eat, sleep, repeat. Oh, how quickly we oft go from celebrating to suffering through, dreading and resenting the very thing that we asked and hoped for, and anything to which we commit is much like this. Yeah, just about everything has that new car smell at first. Take, for instance, the very unfortunately real thing called loneliness. Moving us to look and think, who's that? Or who's next? And maybe one thing leads to another, and another thing leads to a committed relationship. But just how long after that honeymoon period do we find ourselves less than infatuated? Yeah, do we find ourselves missing the time when our other halves were still missing? Yeah, just how long does it take to go from being all over each other to being so simply over each other? And what about God? Yeah, thank God that he never gets bored or tired of us. Next to him, just dust. But if we were soil, would we be good? Remaining faithful to the end? And time flies. Whether we're rejoicing always or not, giving thanks in all circumstances or not. And it's always over before we know it, so don't get caught watching the calendar or the clock.